cut off the top, but it is Enlightened World Network. I'm here today for our meditation of the day, and I will be leading the meditation. And I just love how Spirit always pushes just a little more out of the comfort zone than a person thinks they want to go. But here we are. So join me in this stretch. So I wanted to share with you this amazing, I call it a clock. It's not actually a clock, but Charles Kunz made this. And this is representing the meditation that we're going to be doing today. In a few minutes, we are going to go out and we're going to be finding ourselves sort of in the middle of this clock, and then we're going to be facing the different numbers and connecting in with a different archangel at each space. So when I talk about the clock face, this is what we're talking about. So let's go into our meditation. Just close your eyes. Make yourself comfortable. Take a deep breath and release it. Take another deep breath. And release it slowly. And feel your body start to relax. Feel your breath slow itself down. Feel your weight in your chair, knowing that you are supported in this way can help your mind relax and start to wander. So let's just settle in to that space for just a minute. The archangels have been showing me a vision for a couple of days now. And this is where they wanted us to start our meditation today. So Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael, Archangel Zadkiel in particular, and Archangel Metatron want us to start this meditation from a space of being out in the atmosphere. So let's just journey there together for a moment. Just imagine yourself in your mind's eye, traveling out together. And we're standing in the black atmosphere. And just feel that weightlessness. We're all there in spirit. There's no physical aspect of gravity or coldness or anything at all. We're just there experiencing this in spirit. And to our right, we can look down and see the planet Earth. And to the left, we can see all of the cosmos. And we're in the middle. And I'm reminded of the words, I am not of the world, but I'm in the world. Which means that we don't have to ascribe to everything in the 3D. That we are, number one, spiritual beings having a physical experience, and we're stepping into that space of being a spiritual being today for this meditation. So just experience this for a minute. What are you seeing? Are you hearing anything? Are you feeling anything? How does it feel to be in this space of weightlessness? No distractions. So now we're going to imagine ourselves in the middle of that clock. I'll hold it up for you to see. So we're going to imagine either above your head or straight out this 12 o'clock. And at this 12 o'clock, we're asking in the Creator, represented with the color platinum, to join us. And I want you to just sit and feel this energy of the Creator. And to me, I'm experiencing vastness and brilliant, brilliant light and energy. That's what the energy of the Creator feels like to me. So that's at 12 o'clock. Now I'd like you to face 1 o'clock, and we're asking in the Christ consciousness, represented with the color gold. Asking the Christ consciousness to join us now. Just feel into that energy. Those two energies combined are beautiful. So now we're going to 2 o'clock. Imagine that you are in the center of the clock. You're facing 2 o'clock. We're asking in Archangel Raphael and the color blue. Just feel into Archangel Raphael's energy. All of these cards are part of the Angelic Gems series, and this was Archangel Raphael's guidance to create that. So now we're going to go to 3 o'clock. Stand there and look at the clock. Face 3 o'clock. We're asking in Archangel Metatron in the color red. Each of these archangels have such different feels to their energy. I hope you can feel those. Now we're going to face 4 o'clock. We're looking at Archangel Cassiel, asking Archangel Cassiel to join us in the color pink. Thank you, Cassiel. It's a very different energy from all of the other ones. Archangel Cassiel to me always represents all of humanity. So just bringing in that energy. From your space in the center of the clock, turn to face number 5. And we're asking in Archangel Gabriel or Gabriel and the color orange. Archangel Gabriel is a messenger of God. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And as we turn to face number 6, we're asking in Archangel Azrael and the color black. To me, Archangel Azrael supports us with transformation. Transformation from body to spirit and just life transformation. Thank you, Archangel Azrael, for being here. And as we turn to number 7 on the clock, we're inviting in Archangel Uriel and the color brown. Archangel Uriel represents groundedness. Feeling into his energy, it always just feels heavier, more solid than that of the other archangels. Thank you, Archangel Uriel. Now we're going to go to 8 o'clock. Standing in the center of the clock, facing 8 o'clock, we're inviting in Archangel Raziel and the color yellow. To me, Archangel Raziel's energy always feels lighter, more lighthearted, joyous. Thank you, Archangel Raziel. And now we're going to go to 9 o'clock, and it's not showing up. There we go. So, Archangel Ariel and the color green. Archangel Ariel to me always represents nature, all of nature's energies, the animals, the plants, the moon, the waterways. Always full of life and vibrant. Thank you. Thank you, Archangel Ariel, for being here. And now standing in the center of the clock, we are facing 10 o'clock. And we're inviting in Archangel Michael and the color white. Archangel Michael is a master teacher, a master healer, and the guide that has brought in all of Enlightened World and Enlightened World Network. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for being here. And as we're in the center of the clock, we're facing 11 o'clock now. Divine Mother, who is the only one here, well, other than Christ and the Creator, that are not archangels, but we're bringing in the color purple and Divine Mother. To me, she represents such nurturing and compassion, like most of us have never ever felt before. And now I'm reminded that we should face like the one and a half, and Archangel Zadkiel is joining us. Let's feel into Archangel Zadkiel's energy. And he is helping us to do that connection with the planet Earth that we're seeing to our right. Now I invite you to stand in the center of this clock space and looking at each of the spiritual divinity that is surrounding us, reminding us where we are in this space between the cosmos and the planet Earth. And just feel the expansiveness and the amazing support of being here in this space. I know here at Enlightened World, this is the first time we've brought you all to this space. So that's new for me. And to do it with the support and the guidance of all 13 of the divinity around us. And just stepping into that space. For me, feels so expansive. From this space, I know that I can serve as a conduit or a channel, and so can you. As you're here next to me in this space. I know that I am not the only one called to this space. Maybe this helps you look at your own spiritual journey a little bit and maybe question, are you as broad and as expansive as you have the capability of being? Is there a bigger calling for you than you ever could have realized? Can you work more closely with these divine beings to bring in even greater divine light to our earthly realm. Standing in this space in the center of this clock, I want you to look around to those 13 archangels and divinity that we had called in. And I want you to see if one of them appears larger to you or seems to almost be beckoning to you or calling to you. And if there is, I want you to go stand closer to that number and closer to that divine being, whether it's at 1 o'clock or 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock. Take a moment and go stand closer to that divine being. And I want you to see, do they have a message for you? Is there guidance for you? So we're just going to take a minute to really sink in to that energy. See who's calling to you and what the message is for you. So I'll just share with you for a moment. I was called to number 2, Archangel Raphael. And the message that I heard was that saying, the sky is your limit, is not true. Do not hold yourself small to fit earthly understandings and expectations. I would love to know what you experienced with that first message or guidance that you received. If you received something, I would love it if you would write it in the chat so I can read it later. Let's go back to the center of the clock. We're going to do one more. And I want you to look around at the spiritual divinity all around you and see, is there one that's calling to you? And if there is, go put yourself in your mind's eye in front of that divine being and see, what is the message for you? It might be a feeling, it might be words, it might be just a telepathic understanding of what the message is. So let's take a moment and sit into this second message of guidance. Okay, I'm just going to share. I was called to 1.5 for Archangel Zadkiel. And I know this message has to do with the fact that Enlightened World Network is launching a third channel next weekend, and it's called Enlightened World Network One with the Earth. And the message from Archangel Zadkiel to me was, you are a representative of the Earth. Your role is to support, nurture, and protect her. So if you received a message from one of the guides, it would be fabulous if you would write it in the comments so we can all experience that. And I'm hearing that we're to do one more, so let's go back to the center of the clock. Look to each of the archangels in divinity. Is one of them calling to you for this last guided message? Go to that guide and let's sit in with that energy for just a few minutes. So I was called to 8 o'clock, Archangel Raziel. Archangel Raziel, remember, is more lighthearted and joyful. And he said, each of us here is here to guide and support you. So call on us, call on every one of us to support you in your work, because we all represent and do different things. We support you in different ways. Call on us. We're here for you. And I know that that message is here for you as well. Each and every one of these spiritual guides and divinity are absolutely here for you. I would love to see if there's any comments on the third piece of guidance that you received. And we'll come back down from this meditation, but just know you are called to stand in that space between heaven and earth. There's a reason you're here. There's a reason you're watching this. It's to support your spiritual journey and to know that you are far more expansive than you ever dreamt. And this meditation is just symbolizing that. So let's come back into our bodies. Thank all of the guides for being here. We'll come back into our bodies, remembering this journey, remembering we can go back any time that we want. And coming back to our bodies in the 3D, a changed being, change for what we've just experienced together. So thank you for being here. Thank you for showering us with the love and support that you do here at Enlightened World Network, because you know this is your safe community as well as it is ours. So thank you for being here. God blessing each and every one of you. And if you want to reach out to me, just do that in Facebook Messenger. We'd love to hear from you. So take good care and God bless.